Matthew, it's halftime, and it's the Smokin Tabacco halftime show, baby.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, I am Matt Tabacco from SmokinTabacco.com, and it is Super Bowl Sunday, and we are rolling with a good game tonight. Right at the half, Tom Brady punches in yet another touchdown. Let greatness speak for itself. That has been Carney's motto. There is no more talking about it. There's no more debating about it. There's nothing more to fight over. It is what it is, and as John says, let the greatness speak for itself. Tom Brady is the best to do it. That's all that needs to be said. There's no shit talking. If your team doesn't like it, you're not a fan, I'm going on the record right now. Tough shit. Tom Brady is better than your quarterback. And he has proven that time and time again. And I think this Super Bowl will be the cherry on top that says, I don't need Bill Belichick. I don't need New England. Not that they were bad to me, but I can win Super Bowls on my own because I am a good enough player at 43 years of age. I am here. I have something to prove, and that is I can still play at this age no matter where I go. John, take it away.
So, yeah, no, I mean, a great half. First of all, we're here with my lady friend, the famous lady friend. We still haven't said her name.
The official lady friend.
We still haven't said her name.
To be determined.
We still won't say her name because this is work, right?
I like to keep it ambiguous.
So, but yeah, great half. I mean, I didn't expect it to be like this. For my predictions, I need Kansas City to put some points up, but they're not able to do anything right now. It doesn't seem like the team is out of sorts. You had some bad penalties at the end of that half there. Honey Badger gets the unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't blame him. He keeps interfering with the other team.
And he was warned. This is his first warning against disqualification.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't blame him. But there's some ticky-tack things there. I think if you're a Kansas City fan, you can say maybe that wasn't interference. But the rule is you can't touch the person, and it seems where we're at right now. And that Tampa Bay defense is playing great. There was a stat, Matthew, right before the game that I thought was really unique that I talked about all week. And before I get into greatness and enjoying what's going on right now, Brady's got 3 touchdown passes. That's great. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 7-0 in December and January. They haven't lost a game. And right. they had a losing record prior to that. And that comes back to what I've been saying all along is Tampa Bay is playing great football. Kansas City's playing very good too. Obviously, they're in the Super Bowl, but they haven't been playing as well. And you've got Mahomes is essentially nursing a turf toe injury. I don't know how much that's affecting him. They're missing maybe a lineman or two. They're missing some players. But Tampa Bay's defense, man, is playing this game great, and Brady's not making mistakes.
I would say that there's a couple of things that Kansas City has done wrong. They've definitely been sloppy. Their defense isn't what it was. First things first, you look at that punt return about midway through the second quarter, dropped the ball, recovered it quickly, made the kick. That punt was actually re-kicked after the receiving play. There was a flag, whatever, but still sloppy. That was sloppy. They were both short punts. The only other major thing that I thought was a little wonky there was they were like fourth. They were like goal in inches or whatever. They were right on the goal line. It was fourth down. They went for it. They didn't get it in. I thought, that's kind of a shitty move, but luckily nothing came of that for Kansas City. And then they turned it around. They got another touchdown. So Tampa Bay is playing a great game. Defense is on point. Tom's in the zone. I think Kansas City is starting to get rattled. Now, they do receive the ball to start the second half. They have a lot of work to do if they're going to be Tom Brady in Super Bowl 51.
So let's talk real quick, and then I'll let my lady friend here say something on this. Not let her. I mean, she'll be ready to go.
Give me permission.
Yeah, I'll give her permission to do this.
Occasions.
Yeah, but let's talk real quick about that. So the Patriots. Yeah, the Patriots. TB12, Tampa Bay. The Bucs go for it on 4th down and 1 and don't get in right on the 1-inch line. That was a very good call. We were here at our party and are they going to go for it? 100% they're going to go for it. They have nothing to lose. They're already ahead in the game. Then it was a 3-and-out subsequent drive after that, and that punter is playing trashy, man. What a bad punt. He punted it to his own 40-yard line, and that was him getting rattled, what you just said. He dropped the ball on the previous punt, He's rattled. Special teams isn't doing well. The defense is a little out of sorts. The Bucs offensive line's blocking really well. Kansas City's going to make a lot of adjustments this next half. I don't think it's going to be a similar type of thing we saw there, but a really great first half. We got Brady with 140 yards, 16 to 20, and we've got Mahomes with 67 yards passing. There's something going on defense causing that to happen, but when you're making special teams issues like that and you give the ball back to the Bucs on your own 40, once they didn't score, great stop. I mean, it really put a lot of pressure on them there. But so, babe, tell us what you think of the game.
Go ahead.
No, I think enough can't be said about this Bucs defense. I think that Kansas City came out, where we expected them to come out at the beginning of the game, and I think, like you guys have both said, they got rattled very early on, and I think that came down to the defense. Every prediction that I've heard on the past couple shows you've been on has been all around whether or not the Bucs defense is going to do its job, and I think we're seeing that tonight. So
Yep.
a lot of what we're seeing in response to that on Kansas City side is coming from that Bucs defense.
So, Matthew,
I think that.
question for you. We got a couple important questions, and we'll get back into the game. What are you smoking?
I'm smoking a Velvet Rat from
Nice.
the Liga Privada Unico Series line. What are you smoking?
I'm smoking the brand new. I don't believe this has been released yet. I'm smoking the Davidoff Winston Churchill Limited Edition 2021. It's a Toro size. It was a sample. I was down at Davidoff this past week for the Super Bowl events. Obviously, we did our Smokin Tabacco's virtual lounge there, so that was awesome. So that was fun. Allie's smoking a Graciano grape from Corona
Keeping it
Cigar
classy.
Company.
Yeah, very
Yep,
nice.
from
and
Corona
dainty
Cigar Company.
for
Yep.
a lady.
So she has had a puff of
Very
this.
classy.
And we're sipping on here. We got a couple unique things going on. We're doing a backyard party. We got a fire pit off to the right here. We've got a projector up with a 120-inch screen, so that's a good thing. It was cheap too, man. The projector's only $60. It's doing a great job, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
And we had 3 different prime steaks. I'll be posting some pictures online of that. We had a dry-aged tomahawk, a regular tomahawk. I cooked a caveman style, brother, right on the coals. Awesome.
I saw
and we
that.
did
That
some
was
vegan
nice.
dishes for my lady friend, and we're making agave margaritas around here.
It's been a good night so far. What are you guys doing over in the tobacco household?
We are in the Smokin Tabacco studio. Smokin Nicole is to my left, but she's not on camera tonight. She's not a football person. She will watch the game, but she didn't really feel like she could contribute to the football conversation. I said, you can sit this one out. It's okay. But she is here. She's rocking out. She's having a good time. We're kind of smoking the same shit. Earlier in the night we started with the God of Fire. I had the Carlitos. She had the Don Carlos. We are now both smoking a Velvet Rat, and from there, who knows? It might end up being something really special for celebratory reasons. By the way this game is going. So yeah, it's been a hell of a night so far. It's been a lot of fun. I'm trying not to get too excited too early, but it's looking very, very, very good for the home team. One of the other things I really want to point out really quickly, John, is let's look at the people who received those touchdowns. I think it's very important. 2 of those touchdowns were received by none other than Rob Gronkowski. The last time that Rob Gronkowski received a touchdown pass from Tom Brady in a Super Bowl was Super Bowl 53 a few years ago with the New England Patriots. Now, that New England Patriots power duo of Brady and Gronkowski is now on display in different uniforms, but it's the same football. And
you know what's funny, man?
Antonio Brown punches in number 3.
And by the way, so we got the Super Bowl halftime shows officially started. Smokin Tabacco's going live at the same time. For those that are on here and are scared that there may be men walking around without their shirts on, I haven't seen any shirtless men yet, but it is the weekend, so we'll report as we can. It looks like a pretty good show so far. But you're right, man.
Red sequin jacket.
Gronkowski, we talked about this a lot on
Playing some football today.
on all the shows that I've been on and talked about this, and people ask, they're like, he's very situational, this and that, and I'm like, yeah, one of the situations that I discussed was the Super Bowl. That's very situational. So Rob Gronkowski's made for that type of situation. He's huge. There's nobody like him. His blocking is unmatched. So it's really cool, man. It's fun to watch it. That catch by Antonio Brown was a great situation. You watched a really good receiver secure a pass there. And I'm not trying to just, I know there's people from Kansas City that I'm friends with and whatnot. I'm just trying to talk. Kansas City just hasn't done a lot in the first half, and Tampa Bay's done a lot on both sides of the ball, and they're playing a good football game. But it's not, it's not out of control, man. It's what is it, 21-6? So it's a 2-score game. It's not out of control. This is a Super Bowl, man. It's going to be a close game. They're going to bring it back. They're going to do some good stuff. For me, I think if Tampa doesn't need to adjust anything right now, just keep doing what they're doing and find out what Kansas City did for adjustments, and then play different from there.
If Kansas City is going to have any chance of playing in this ball game, it's going to be this third quarter. They need to make moves, because if they allow Tampa Bay to go into the fourth quarter with this dominant of a lead, we're done. At the end of the day, they've got to do whatever they're going to do over this next quarter, or we're pretty much going to know who's going to win the Super Bowl.
I think that Kansas City's biggest thing is they got to stop getting so much yellow. They've got a lot of yellow in this game so far. Tampa Bay, I think, maybe has one. We saw right there at the end there, they got 3 flags. So they got to cut it with the penalties. They got to polish up what they got going on. They're playing sloppy. I expected more out of Kansas City at this point in the game. We talked about the punter playing sloppy. That defense isn't playing as well as I expected them to. There is the question of Patrick Mahomes and that turf toe injury and how much that is an impact. We saw just before the game started, the news came out that Patrick Mahomes will undergo surgery to correct that injury. So who knows? He's playing today, but how bad is that injury? I guess we really won't know. So I would say Chiefs will start with the ball. I believe, if I heard that correctly, we kind of got caught up in a little bit. I believe that the Chiefs will start with a penalty at the beginning of the second half. If I heard that correctly.
Yeah.
So let's see how this all shakes out. I think that Kansas City is definitely a little rattled. I think Tom is right where he wants to be. He's in his element. Let's not forget, he's done this 9 times already. This is nothing new for him. This is a game in September on a Sunday at 1 o'clock, as far as I'm concerned for him. That's where he's at. This is a September game at 1 o'clock. Let's just go out there. Let's just do what we got to do. This is not even this is nothing for him.
For him, he takes himself to another zone, man, and you can tell that he's.
John, we lost your audio there, bud.
Can you hear us?
There you go.
Yeah, so he was essentially yelling at the sideline, telling them what was going to go on. And it was kind of, I don't think he was telling them to leave him alone, but it was kind of like he knew what he was going to run for a play, and he had it all set up, and they were ready to go. So it was really interesting. By the way, I don't know if you're watching this, this halftime show is pretty badass, man.
Yeah. It's very different than what they've done in the past.
It is
cool.
Yeah, the weekend's cool, man. They got some interior stuff. It's pretty unique.
It's just a music video. They decided they're going to get rid of the audience and just make it a music video, COVID.
And by the way, you got guys wearing masks, which is very artistic. And I know Smokin Nicole's not on the show with us right now, but she is in the chat box saying hi to everybody in there, so we appreciate that for the people watching and taking the time with us. Thank you for being on. That's awesome. I don't think we have time for a lot of questions, nor am I probably going to be willing to answer them. But we're live in Orlando right here, Matthew.
Yeah, so you guys are live in Orlando. You are down in Florida.
Yeah, we were in Tampa the last 3 days, and we moved it up here to get out a little bit of the chaos, but it was a great time down there. The show on Friday was great. Man, what a unique experience that was to have everybody on in one place and to have the lounge. I've gone back and watched all those videos a couple times, so everybody that was involved in that, thank you, and thank you to you for getting it rolling, man. It went flawless.
The entire experience.
Yeah, thank you for having me be a part of it.
So.
Yeah, it sounds like you had the woman who shall remain nameless. Let's I guess we'll just keep playing on that. The woman who shall remain nameless to your right also played a very important role in that event. She helped you out. She did very well with the food preparation, if I heard correctly. So you have a great team down there. You guys are a cute little couple. Or I don't even know if I can say that, but you guys look really nice together. So I'm just going to say that, and that'll be whatever it is.
But we do have a question in the chat box. We got a lot of friends in here. Susan, Mama Tobacco's in here. We got Jeff Batchelor out in Oklahoma in town here with us. We got my friend Wade Hill. Wade asked what projector you're using. I have no idea, Wade. It's called JINHOO. It was dirt cheap. It was like $60.
There's a coupon on Amazon right now. Yeah. It does very, very well.
In the dark. Yeah, we were lucky down here in Florida because right at 6:30 at kickoff, it just got dark enough for us to have it on there, but we'd had it set up since 3 o'clock, so it does not work well in the light. But yeah, it was a good little projector, so that's what we're doing outside, and it's a good time. But
second
half.
Question from the chat.
Get it? Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Dave, our friend Dave from the Cigar Hacks wants to know what is the dog's name, and I know this one, but I'll let you answer that.
Oh, this is great.
Well,
Oh, this will be fun.
there's a reason why Matthew's laughing.
So the dog's name is Jonathan, named 9 years ago, well before Jonathan and I ever knew each other. And he's our official referee of the evening, if you guys can see his little shirt.
He even has
He's
a flag. He hasn't thrown it yet.
No, yeah, he's making all
He has
the
a
official play
flag?
calls, though. So the Jonathan and Jonathan, it only is slightly confusing.
Well, you guys make a night with Jonathan, the dog, down there. This is a great little setting. You guys definitely have the Super Bowl at-home watch party locked up really nicely.
Well, let
You
me
guys
let me
look like
flip
you
the
have a
camera around real
fantastic
quick and show you guys a couple things. So we
time.
got.
All right, let's do it.
I know, I think you're on your
Oh,
computer.
the camera's not flipping around. Never mind.
Well,
Maybe
this is
we can.
precarious. I guess we can post pictures later on.
Well, you know what? I can bring another camera angle up. So let's bring the other camera up. Oh, it's not there. It's not plugged in. That's too bad. So we can't show you
Yeah,
what we got
too much
going on
work.
here.
No. It's great. Just trust us. You're going to have to go off of our word here.
John even has the ceremonial American flag Crocs on. No surprise.
So
It's not football without the Crocs.
we had a lot of setup going on for this show today. We mowed the weeds in the backyard. We have a little fire pit going on. We've got a small group of family and friends. There's probably 5 of us here now, but we set it up to be a party for like 100 people, knowing there was only going to be 5 of us. So it's been fun to enjoy that type of party. So we have a little margarita bar off to the side, and we got cigars. Nobody else is. There's very few non-cigar fans around here, but that's okay. They moved, so that's all right. They'll be back at the second half. They made adjustments, just like the
everyone, I guess.
Kansas City Chiefs are going to have to make.
Yep. They had to make sacrifices.
But I don't know, man. How do you
happens.
like the game so far? Tampa's been completely in control, I think.
Very in control. I think they're very comfortable. I think that the NFL did their best to try to not make this home field advantage for them, but it is. At this point, they might as well let them fire the cannons, because, I mean,
Yeah.
what difference is it going to make at this point? I think they should just let them fire the cannons. I think if they win the Super Bowl, fuck it. Fire those damn cannons. Like, don't even, like, at that point, like they win the Super Bowl, fire those damn cannons. I know that they didn't want them to, the home field advantage thing, but regardless of that, I still think they're playing a good game. I think that they would have played a good game anywhere. They've done a really good job so far. They've been in control. The Chiefs have a lot to figure out during this halftime. I think Andy Reid needs to really go to the drawing board and pull out some of his special plays out of his magic playbook that he may or may not have. But they definitely got to do something different. They got to do something new going into that second half.
Are we nervous about his special playbook at this
Yes,
point, though? If
we
I was
should be.
Mahomes, I'd be a little nervous about him calling any sort of special play here.
Well, with the injury thing, yeah. Nah, I'm gonna be honest. They're gonna score some points. This is not gonna be a blowout. There's been very few Super Bowls have been a blowout. None of them have been a blowout with Tom Brady in them. We're not talking about Peyton Manning here, Denver Broncos getting blown out from the very first snap. We're talking the GOAT. We're talking about probably the best quarterback in the league in Patrick Mahomes right now, the most talented athlete, I
Yeah.
would say, period. Maybe this side of maybe Lamar Jackson. Super talented. So they're going to make some adjustments. They're going to score. That Tampa Bay defense, though, Brady's going to play a good game. He's already playing a good game. He's zoned in. He's going to have a good second half. That Tampa Bay defense is going to have to play as good as they did in the first half, if not better, for this to be a win, because this is the NFL, man. Any given Sunday, this is going to be a game.
Can I just share something now? I'm not in control of the broadcast, and I don't have this readily available, so I'm going to do this on my phone, so it's not going to be as perfect as it should be. But I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Kevin Blatt, who posted this photo. If Kevin's watching, Kevin, what's up? He posted this photo of Tom on his TV at home, and I sent it to you, and he is dialed the fuck in. Look at Tom Brady right here on the sideline from the very beginning of the game. You can see the score down there. It was 3. He is ready to go, and he has shown that already so far in this game. He has done nothing but do his job.
I did get a question. Wade Hill, did you think the Orange Crush could ever make a comeback? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 100%. Why not?
By the way, I saw Orlando earlier commenting on the Jonathan and Jonathan twinsies thing. Thank you for that. That's an ongoing thing in the household.
Yeah, John. Orlando is part of the Smoking Tobacco team. He keeps the comments section very lively. So
And
no
we
surprise there.
appreciate you, Orlando. Trust me, you're a great part of the team, and you'll be a better part of it when you finally get your ass out of California and move down to Florida like a real man.
Where you can do things instead of sit in your home.
Orlando is
Yeah.
a Cuban, and he belongs in Miami.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. If you're a
I'm
Cuban,
gonna tell you
gotta
guys
be in
something.
Miami.
I'm gonna tell you guys something. I said I wasn't gonna say when we were on the phone with Jeff, man. Florida is open. We've had conversations about this, and people are like, "Oh, what's going on at the Super Bowl?" There's 25,000 people there. Obviously, those people made a conscious decision that they're fine if they get something or whatever. I was at multiple events this last week. We had over 600 people walk through the door on Friday night, dude.
People smoking by their cars. It was so
It
bad.
was crazy.
Insane.
The parking lot had cigar smokers out in front of it. What a wild party it was down here. So Tampa, even with the COVID situation going on, if people really want to know where we're headed, we are out of this. We're headed in the right direction. We're in Florida. Other states are following suit. But all I say is when you do those things, be careful. We all were there. We were conscious. Everybody was fist pumping. Everybody's being careful. There weren't people sneezing and coughing in people's faces. So it was nice to be in that environment over a year ago when we were doing our big event in Miami with Cam Newton. It was nice to be back in Tampa and in that environment. And I'll let people know, as I said, we're headed out of this. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and our Savior, our Lord and Savior, Tom Brady, is going to bring this home for us and end COVID tonight. And if he doesn't, I'll eat all my words, man. If he doesn't, we can make this a snippet and a highlight.
That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I think at the end of the day, he pulls this off. 7 wins. There's nothing else to say. There's no conversation. And actually, I don't know what you guys are seeing. I'm seeing a commercial right now with a woman running with a goat. Is that a goat or a sheep?
In the dirt. I
It's a
think this
sheep.
might be an
Never
advertisement
mind.
for Peaky Blinders.
We're.
No, just kidding. No, it's not in English.
Okay, never mind. I thought that was a goat. I was gonna say, is this like a foreshadowing of Tom Brady? But no, like I said, there is no more conversation. He is the best. There's a commercial out there with Joe Montana, and there's a voiceover, or he says it, or someone else says something about being. You want to know what it's like to be the best? You wouldn't know, Joe Montana. You're a good quarterback, but you wouldn't know because Tom Brady's better than you. So, I'm gonna throw some hate out there.
That's a great point, though, Matthew. Like we were talking about this the other day. It was actually yesterday. It's been that long. But we were talking about the greatest in all time and how you stop competing with other people, right? Like you don't even see the competition. It is a competition between you and like Brady's not playing against anyone else but himself today, right? And that's I think what makes it so special when you get to see those like that picture you showed us earlier where he's so dialed in, like. Brady is competing with Brady, and I think that's what we fail to recognize
100%.
too many times. Is like
people are like, how much does he have to prove?
Nothing.
I don't know. He has nothing else to prove. Yeah, he's just
except to
proving
himself. It's all about how
he's breaking
feels
his
with
own
himself.
records right now.
Yep.
Exactly.
And he takes it personal.
He's breaking his own records. Yeah.
And that's what it takes to be the GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, so let's talk some of these commercials so far. What have you seen so far for commercials you like? My personal favorite was the Matthew McConaughey 3D Doritos commercial.
That one was a good one. I liked the one with Will Ferrell with the EV Hummer, and he's like driving around, and he like ends up in like Sweden or whatever, and he thinks he's in Norway. That one was kind of funny. The Bud Light one with Cedric the Entertainer and Post Malone.
Very touching.
And by the way, I had endless amounts of celebrities in that. That was really good.
Yeah.
The one that got the most rise out of us was there was a competition advertisement, and I'm a big Cena fan, but I think he does a lot of cheap chintzy kind of stuff. His commercials are kind of cutesy, but he did the Mountain Dew commercial, and there was a contest that you could tag Mountain Dew in, and all of us were like, how do we tag Mountain Dew? How do we tag Mountain Dew?
We were starting to count, like,
we were trying to
how
count
many
the Mountain Dew
how many
bottles.
Mountain Dews are in this?
Did you see the Rocket? Is it the Rocket Mortgage one with
Mortgage one? How did we miss that? Right? Like,
Tracy Morgan?
That was great. Almost,
one,
right?
too.
I think we could probably get there. Maybe.
Yeah, that was a good one too. So yeah, so far the The commercials actually been pretty good. The last couple of years I haven't been too impressed, but this year pretty good. You know what? I made an observation here. There's a lot more actors in these commercials, and I think that there's not a lot of movies and stuff going on. So it's like, well, what else are we gonna do? Let's do the Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, they're all dude. No, honestly though,
Exactly.
they're all available. Their
Yeah.
agents are like, let's do this, let's do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one thing I thought was interesting, I may be wrong. I thought Anheuser-Busch came out and said that. Yeah, my mom said she loved the Will Ferrell commercial. Yeah, she goes, yeah, Will Ferrell commercial. And by the way, my mother made a hot take before the end of the game because my mom is very loyal to the Patriots. She did not support Tom Brady in this game until 30 minutes before the game started. She had made
Wow.
official announcement to
Oh my
me
goodness.
that she was 100% rooting for Tom Brady, and she was all in. But she had gone past the fact that he left because she was very upset about it. So that was a lot of selflessness from her.
Well, respect for her to staying true to the Patriots, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you made a really great call.
Yeah, but the one thing
I'm gonna say
that was interesting to me, I thought Anheuser-Busch said they weren't going to do commercials.
I thought that too. I thought they said no more.
So that must have been fake news. We got fake news because not only have I seen
Oh,
You
no.
heard
Anheuser,
it here first.
I've never seen
No,
a
I know what it was.
Budweiser commercial. There was no Budweiser.
was
It's all been
the-
Bud Light.
No. I think they said they weren't going to do the Clydesdales commercial anymore. They weren't going to have them. That's what it was.
What does that even mean, though? Because they made it
You know,
like
the
it was
horse-
like we're not going to do it because of COVID. Put the Clydesdales out and have them delivering vaccines. That's the way
I
I,
don't
look
know.
at it. But
I don't know.
anyway, so
It
we're
looks like we're getting back to the game now.
yeah, we're getting back to the game.
You're ahead of us, so you'll know.
So
better
here we
than
go,
us.
Matthew. Smokin Tabacco halftime show was good. Maybe if things go really well, we'll do the after game show. Who knows?
If
The night is
there
young,
is if
guys.
there's a good chance there will be a post game show tonight. So guys, if you did have fun with the half game show, keep your eyes peeled because there probably will be a post game show, which will just be the Smokin Tabacco celebration show.
Well, enjoy
maybe.
the half. We've got Russell Wilson on the screen right now and Calais Campbell. They're doing the Iron Man of the Year. Walton Payton Man of the Year is our friend Russell Wilson here. Really cool. I think he's a great guy, great team. Going to be fun to watch them next year. But we've got a great second half ahead of us. I think it's going to become a little bit closer, but I still stick with my prediction: 38-24 Buccaneers.
I agree. I think that Tampa Bay they're on a roll right now, and they're just gonna keep the momentum. As long as they don't get caught up, they don't get too comfortable, they don't have any situations, they don't get too many penalties, they don't make mistakes. If they keep on playing the way they're playing or better, I think they got this one in the bag.
Well, it's time for another margarita, another cigar, and some more snacks. We'll see you all after the show, right?
We'll see you guys.